Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Jade Reality Reactions. My name is Jade and I'll be giving you recaps, reactions, and commentary on some reality TV shows. If you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that like button, put a comment down below, and interact with me a little bit on the discussion from today. And if you want more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you get all of my new videos when they drop. Enjoy! Hey everybody, welcome to my Married at First Sight Season 16 Episode 6 recap. So we start this episode with the couple still enjoying their honeymoon and everyone seems to be comfortable and enjoying their time together. So let's see how long this lasts. Dominique and McKinley wake up talking about their activity of the day, which will be horseback riding on the beach. According to McKinley, he's done a ton of horseback riding, so it shouldn't be a problem for him. Easy peasy. Production obviously asked Dominique where she would place McKinley on the romantic and attraction scale. She put him at a 6.5 on the attraction scale and a 3 or 4 on the romantic scale. I'm guessing she's not as attracted to him as I thought she may have been from the way they've been vibing. I don't know, that number seems a bit low to me. Dominique then takes a few minutes outside to chat with her mom and fill her in on what's happening on the honeymoon. Dominique tells her mom that she's a lot more adventurous than McKinley is and she really doesn't know how she feels about it. She says that McKinley has told her a few times that if it wasn't for her, he would just be laid up on the beach. Ooh, girl, good luck with that one. Gina and Clint are now taking a little dip in the pool, eating some fruit and drinking mimosas out of a floating basket. Gina says that she feels like they're actually getting closer and that they just need to build on physical attraction. So Gina asked Clint what he was looking forward to when they get back to Nashville, and Clint goes, "Taking your ass sailing?" Well, all right, Mr. Clint, sir. Sheesh. Was that like a demand? Did Gina even have a choice? Anyway, Gina says she doesn't really relax when she goes to Nashville unless she's on vacation. Then Clint has the nerve to say, "I'm going to make you have fun." Well, I don't think Gina took too kindly to the way he was speaking to her. She basically tells Clint that she wants to get her business running on its own without her before any fun could happen. Clint then tells production he wants to get to know Gina, but all she talks about is the salon. If he asks her anything, it's all about that dang salon, and he doesn't want to hear about it anymore. Now Jasmine and Eris are shown getting a couple's massage. After their massages were over, Jasmine decided to rub down on Eris. While giving him his massage, she says how they haven't really touched, and he says he thinks it's all just normal progression of the situation, just meeting a stranger and all. Jasmine is a bit confused because he was just saying all these sexual things to her, and now he's what seems to be backing off. I don't know, Jasmine. Seems like a red flag to me. My personal opinion is I think it's F-boy tendencies. He didn't get what he wanted, and now he doesn't want to be bothered. I really hope I'm just wrong in all of this, but we'll see. All of the couples meet to have a little chill, sit-down conversation and see where everyone is in their relationships. Dominique starts the conversation off asking if everyone has had any arguments yet. Gina said that her and Clint are going with the flow. Dominique basically said she's just trying to navigate when McKinley is being serious or very sarcastic. McKinley did acknowledge that he can be a lot to handle. Nicole says that Chris is very calm, which complements her wild side. I guess he's like the calm to her storm if you want to put it that way. Eris just throws out there that he's never been in love, so it shocked Jasmine, but he said that she could be his first love. Then Clint jumps in and asks if Eris blew Jasmine's back out. Now, here we go. Now, when Clint did this, he was referencing to a conversation the guys all had at their bachelor party. Then Clint goes right for it and asks if anyone's seen their partner naked yet. Now, Clint, are we getting a little bit personal here? So everyone says no, and Eris goes into how he thinks Jasmine is attractive and he's a very sexual person, but since his approach to jumping in bed too soon hasn't done him any good, he believes that taking it slow would work out better. Then the conversation about physical attraction comes up after Kirsten tells the group how Shaquille checks off all of her boxes other than that bald head of his, but she thinks the attraction will eventually grow. Gina says how she's been in a relationship where she didn't have an initial attraction towards the person, but it was her best relationship she's had. Then Clint decides to stick his foot in his mouth and says that the women he dated were typically athletic and slender, and that's what he's attracted to. After he says that, he then throws in the fact that Gina said that she doesn't like redheads, like he noticed he messed up and putting what Gina said out there would cover his butt. No, Clint, you are now entering hot lava. The couples move on to horseback riding. McKinley straight up says he's never ridden a horse before. Wait, what? But he said earlier that he rode tons of horses. Now Dominique and everyone who watched this episode is confused. After the horseback riding, McKinley says how he's basically a party pooper. He goes on about how it wasn't adventurous, he wasn't impressed or thrilled. It was a horse that he rode in a circle. Ugh, I would really be annoyed at how much of a Debbie Downer this guy is. It's later in the day and Jasmine and Eris are lounging around and Eris says Clint and Gina low-key call each other ugly in a nice way. I literally almost choked on my water when he said that, oh my goodness. He also goes into how Nicole says she wants to take things slow with Chris now. But before they got married, she wanted to have sex on the second night of their honeymoon. Eris said that he just doesn't think that Nicole is into Chris. Then Jasmine says to Eris how people could have thought the same thing about him since he was pretty much saying he was going to have sex right after the first couple of nights of marriage as well. Eris claims he only said what he said because he was in the moment and now he's taking his time. Eris is shown speaking to production and he says he feels more of a friend vibe with Jasmine and not a romantic partner. But he wants to wait around and see if the attraction will come. Eris better stop dragging her along and just tell Jasmine how he really feels. Now on to Gina and Clint. Gina is obviously still fuming from what Clint had said about his exes being more slender, which was a dig at her weight. Clint is just over here speaking to her about continuing to grow connection, and Gina's just giving him all the one-word answers. Yeah, okay, yeah. He has no clue. He's so clueless. How can he not tell that she has something on her mind? Okay, guys, here we go with the drama and arguments everyone was looking for. Where you go searching, you will find. So McKinley and Dominique do their little diary cam, and he says how he didn't like the activity of the day. He wishes he wasn't there, it was out of his comfort zone, and just being a poor sport about the whole entire horseback riding experience. Probably because he got poop on him from a horse, I don't know. McKinley goes on to say how he's more of an introvert, and that was his excuse for having a bad attitude earlier. Dominique finally got tired of McKinley making up excuses for his poor behavior. She told him that she didn't think what he was saying was funny, and she was a little frustrated with him. Later on, McKinley does apologize for his negativity, but he's happy that Dominique can take him out of his comfort zone. Dominique says that his complaining is basically making her not want to do anything, and in the end, they both agree to work on the situation. On to a happier note, Kirsten and Shaquille are out in the Jamaican sun taking dance lessons. Shaquille said that dancing is something they both enjoyed doing together. Kirsten says she loves getting to know Shaquille's big personality, and they have some chemistry going on. Nicole and Chris go kayaking for the day, and Chris tells Nicole how he only washes his clothes once a month. Like, what the heck, guys? I get people live in an apartment or can't always get to the laundromat, but once a month is doing too much. Where are you hoarding all of the smelly month's worth of clothes that need to be washed, Chris? Nicole says she does laundry twice a week and the sheets once a week. Chris then says that he let the sheets go for a few weeks before washing them. Yeah, I really don't think he's being honest, guys. Let's just think about this. So you're telling me he washes clothes once a month and washes his bed sheets more in a month than his clothes? Why doesn't he just wash some clothes the same day he washes his bed sheets? Oh, and he also says that he likes to be lazy at times. But what is his definition of lazy? I feel like he's trying to tread lightly on this subject. Write down in the comments your thoughts on all of this. All I can say is good luck, Nicole, especially if y'all decide to throw a couple of children in the mix. The ladies all sit together on the beach to mingle, and the men all huddle up in their group for some bonding time. Nicole and Chris both tell the groups that they're nervous to move in together because neither of them have moved in with a significant other before. They're also nervous that the stress of putting their daily lives together will hurt their relationship. Well, of course, Clint decides to put his 2 cents in and says Nicole is going to stomp all over him and Chris needs to stand his ground with her. Dominique tells the ladies that McKinley complains a lot and has a sense of humor that is a turnoff to her. Shaquille tells the men how Kirsten isn't vulnerable, and Jasmine tells the women how she doesn't think Eris is attracted to her. Now, according to Eris, he says that he's a butt man and Jasmine doesn't fit the bill of having the perfect butt. Eris said that he sees how attracted Jasmine is to him, but he only sees her as a 4 or a 5 on the scale. Wow, that's pretty harsh, Eris. I guess not having the biggest butt is a deal breaker for you, huh? His rating is pretty low in my opinion. You know, sometimes I feel like people go on this show just for some TV time or clout, whatever you want to call it, and I'm starting to believe Eris is one of them. FYI, y'all, for all who want to know, the question was asked if anyone has had sex yet, and all the ladies said not yet. Gina was asked how she feels about Clint's comment referencing Gina not being his ideal sized woman. All of the women are pissed at this point, and Gina said she's in the business of making women feel confident in themselves, so she doesn't believe that what Clint said was okay. Now the men are talking about what Clint said, and McKinley utters that Gina is sexy, gorgeous, and he thinks Clint is crazy. McKinley, it's so nice that you're speaking kindly of Gina, but you're married and Gina's married, and although you all been married for just a very few short amount of days, you're still speaking to Gina's husband. Later on, Kirsten and Shaquille talk about the conversations that went on in the groups. She opens up to Shaquille about how she feels that he jokes around too much. So Shaquille goes, "You weren't physically attracted to me. You don't like my jokes. So what do you like?" Kirsten says that there's a time and a place for his jokes, and sometimes she wants to just be serious, and he's just over there joking around. That did seem to offend Shaquille. He then says if he can't have a sense of humor around Kirsten, then he doesn't think they're compatible because that's just who he is. 100% Shaquille. I don't think you should change who you are to fit someone's idea of the perfect person. Be who you are. Side note, but is it me or did they just drag the hell out of this honeymoon this season? Alright y'all, so Eris and Jasmine debrief each other about the convos that came up in the groups. Jasmine said that she told the ladies she was a little concerned about Eris not being in love before, and she worries if her husband will ever fall in love with her. She says she fears that she will fall in love with him, and he may not get to that point with her and reject her. After Jasmine pours her heart to him, Eris says that he feels that everyone just needs to pump the brakes. Jasmine, honey, please save yourself some sanity. This girl is really trying to look on the bright side of things because it could not be me. She's got patience for sure. Now back to the couple who calls each other ugly in a nice way, aka Gina and Clint. So they finally speak about the elephant in the room. Well, it's about damn time. Gina finally said how she felt when Clint spoke about the body type that he's more into. Apparently, Clint was bothered by the fact that Gina referenced him as a ginger when she said that she isn't really into redheads. Gina said that she doesn't want to be with someone who can't read a room and tell when they have offended others. Gina then says that she wants to spend time apart from Clint the rest of the honeymoon. Now, I believe that if they spend time apart, this is a sure recipe for disaster, guys. Out of the entire conversation that him and Gina had, all he got out of it was that he was made out to be the villain while she walked away making herself look good. Who on earth is teaching him this stuff? Alright, that's the end of my recap and reaction. Thank you all who listen. It's greatly appreciated. Come back for another video soon. But until next time, guys. Bye!